If you drop a piece of chicken and a spoonful of butter into a bomb calorimeter, a device used to measure the energy in food, they might both read as 100 calories. However, your body is not a metal box set on fire. It is a complex chemical engine. When you consume those calories, your body has to spend its own energy to break them down, absorb them, and convert them into usable fuel. This energy expenditure is a critical, often ignored variable in metabolism. Today we look at why all calories are not created equal, and the biological phenomenon known as the meat sweats. The scientific term for the energy your body spends on digestion is the thermic effect of food, also known as diet-induced thermogenesis. On average, TEF accounts for about 10% of your total daily energy expenditure. Simply put, you burn calories just by eating calories. However, this 10% is just an average. The actual cost fluctuates wildly depending on the specific molecular structure of the macronutrient you just swallowed. Let's start with the cheapest fuels to process. Dietary fats are highly efficient. Because their molecular structure is already perfectly suited for storage, the body spends very little energy moving them from your gut into your adipose tissue. The TEF of female is roughly 2% to 3%. If you eat 100 calories of pure fat, you net about 97 calories. Carbohydrates are slightly more complex. Depending on the fiber content, breaking complex starches down into simple glucose costs the body between 5% and 10% of the ingested calories. Protein is the biological outlier. It is incredibly difficult to digest. To use a protein, your stomach acid and the enzyme pepsine must physically unravel the complex folded structures and then systematically break the strong peptide bonds, holding the individual amino acids together. Furthermore, if the body wants to use amino acids for energy, the liver must strip away the nitrogen group and convert it into urea to be excreted by the kidneys. This entire process is metabolically exhausting. The TEF of protein is a staggering 20% to 30%. If you eat 100 calories of pure protein, your body spends 30 of those calories just performing the labor of digestion. You only net 70 calories. This massive metabolic overhead brings us to the meat sweats. When you sit down at a barbecue and consume a massive volume of dense animal protein, your digestive tract goes into overdrive. The rapid increase in enzymatic activity and liver processing generates a significant amount of metabolic heat. Your core body temperature physically rises. To maintain thermal homeostasis and prevent your organs from overheating, your hypothalamus triggers a cooling response. Your blood vessels dilate and your sweat glands activate. You are not sweating because the food is hot or spicy. You are sweating because your internal engine is redlining to break down the peptide bonds. The maths of weight loss is strictly governed by thermodynamics, but biology negotiates the terms. By shifting your macronutrient ratio towards protein, you are effectively turning your digestive tract into an internal furnace, increasing your daily caloric burn simply by choosing a harder fuel to process.